A new Walmart pop-up has brought to light a pressing issue in data protection for people who menstruate. A single click could transform a routine purchase into potential evidence, underscoring the urgency of this matter. Welcome to Theocracy Watch, fellow skeptics, where we track policy moves that erode privacy and infringe on individual rights.
This is Theocracy Watch.
At the beginning of July, Virginia Senate Bill 754 took effect, barring companies from collecting or sharing data that reveals a shopper's reproductive or sexual health choices without explicit consent. To comply, Walmart's Virginia website now blocks access to pregnancy tests, Plan B, period products, and fertility items until shoppers click I agree. The notice warns that Walmart may link those purchases to customer accounts and use them for analytics, operations, and fraud prevention, and share them with outside partners. Anyone who declines is simply told to shop elsewhere. So that's a hard no. You can't buy the products without agreeing. This is next level manufactured consent. Our choice is either to free bleed or agree for your period to be tracked. For many, the pop-up is the first time they've realized a pregnancy test or Plan B pill search is recorded, proof that the data trail was always there, but many of us were unaware of how they could be used against us in a theocracy. Prosecutors in abortion-banned states have already subpoenaed pharmacy records and social media messages in pregnancy-related cases. The ACLU of Virginia and EPIC, the Electronic Privacy Information Center, call the pop-up a start, but stress that the shoppers in 49 states remain exposed to warrantless data sales or subpoenas. Women are already paying the price of reproductive health care since the overturning of Roe v. Wade during the first Trump administration. In Georgia, nurse Adriana Smith was kept brain dead for 4 months. In Texas, 18-year-old Nevia Crane died after 3 ER visits because staff delayed treatment. In Idaho, 4 women and 2 OBGYNs sued after being forced to travel out of state for miscarriage care. So much so that Banner General closed its labor and delivery unit. And between Missouri and Kansas, Melissa Farmer is suing under EMTALA for being denied emergency abortion. For millions of menstruating people, opt-out isn't a choice, it's coercion. Even if you click no in Virginia, every credit card swipe, loyalty scan, or phone tap at checkout elsewhere still funnels your reproductive purchase into a database. The only workarounds: paying with cash, skipping loyalty cards, avoiding emailed receipts, and shopping in camera fee stores. Deprived of robust privacy protections, a receipt for pads or Plan B can travel farther than the patient, and in a hostile jurisdiction, help turn medical emergency into a criminal investigation. Christian extremism and corporate greed have joined forces to police women's bodies, and until both theocrats and the boardroom stop profiting from our health data, no pop-up can protect our most private choices from being criminalized. So be mindful of how and where you shop and stay curious.
Wow, that is just...
I didn't know. So I guess
sick on another fucking level, isn't it?
Right. This has been going on, but we just realized, like, oh, wait a minute. That, like, this is how deep it goes. If they want to go after you and criminalize you because they suspect you of having an abortion,
right?
They'll just sequester all your data.
That's right. So much for just, oh, hey, avoid the period tracker apps. It goes way beyond the period tracker apps. You think you're safe, and you're not.
Because I gave a Theocracy Watch about, like, period trackers, and I didn't even think to mention just purchases because, duh, of course they're being tracked.
This is criminal. This is just criminal. This is, it's amazing how somebody just being a government person can hurt so many people without being brought to accountability for it. Isn't it amazing?
Yep.
Religion, all that stuff. This whole notion that they can do this, why would they even want to? It's such a waste of time. If they spent the money just feeding children,
oh God, the things they could do with this kind of technology, right? And I understand that they want to market to people and they want to understand how you shop and where you spend, like, whatever. That's what these companies do because they want to squeeze every penny from you. But now knowing that even just our grocery list, like, is under scrutiny is pretty terrifying. Because who knows how it could be used against you in some case at some point in time.
Mm-hmm. To prosecute you for having a miscarriage.
Because I don't think people realize how often and how natural miscarriages are. Like, I mean, they suck, I'm sure, for people, but it happens. Your body disposes of, for whatever reason your body has made that decision, it's probably for the better.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, there can be number of different reasons. It doesn't have to be a thing of fault.